I got started in kart racing probably about 6 years ago, and I had a good friend of mine asked me to come out and check it out, and I was a little bit skeptical at the time, and when I came out here and saw the production and how everybody was having fun, and it was good racing for relatively inexpensive, and got in a kart, got to try it, and got hooked ever since then. Most of the people from here are within the local area, Dalmeny, Saskatoon, Martinsville. We have racers that come as far as, say, Rosetown. We do have a couple of large races, and people come from all over Western Canada. They come from Chilliwack, Edmonton, Calgary, Winnipeg, Regina. So we have racers that come from all over Canada, really. The big deal for some of the younger racers, maybe not so much the racers like myself, we do it more for fun. The younger racers are looking for, say, to get up to NASCAR or Formula One, or there's a lot of places that they can go, just so long as they practice and do lots of driving. And the World Finals in Rotax are actually this year in Italy, and hopefully a couple of our racers will actually make it there. One of the racers that's in the club, he's actually been to the World Finals, I believe it's 5 times, which has been all over the world.
The way that Europeans drive compared to the Canadians, it's just, they're so much more aggressive, and it's just amazing. Like a lot of the driving styles, like passing, they don't wait to pass. If there's an opening, they take it. And there's like, if they got like an inch, they're taking it. There's no backing out.
The biggest cost to start off in racing is you have to buy your kart. The nice part is there are lots of karts that are available at a fairly economical price, anywhere from probably, say, $1,500 and up. Obviously, you can spend a lot more money if you want to, but for just the average racer that's just starting out, you can get involved for fairly cheap. I believe our membership fee this year is around $500, which is still fairly cheap if you compare it to, say, hockey or other sports. For the season, the only real cost you're going to have is your race day fees, and as well you're going to have probably some tires. So you may spend a couple $1,000s depending on what your budget is and how much you want to put into it. If you put in more money, you can progress further, I guess, but it's totally up to the person that gets involved.
Last year I raced Junior 1, and this year we got to step up to Junior Rotax, which is way faster, so I'm really excited to get out there and try it. My new kart's the Aero AX9. It's last year's Aero kart. We got it at the Westerns race, which is a big race when a whole bunch of people from around Western Canada come here, and we got it from a guy brand new, and it's really fast. Today we got my mentor, Braden. He's a big help. My dad and my mom always come out to watch. When we're in the kart, you gotta make sure that you don't put the brakes on too hard or speed up too quickly, because that could cause a crash. And you gotta make sure that you're smooth on the wheel and that you're not jerking it, because that could cause you to spin out, and that would really slow you down.
I've been involved with the club about 6 years. I've been probably racing about 15 years. It's a racetrack that's owned by members of the club, not by the club itself. I think it was built about 8-9 years ago. Originally they raced at the old Pit City Speedway, and a couple of guys got together and decided to build their own track. It's the largest club in Saskatchewan. probably per capita one of the largest clubs in Canada as well. We race about 11 races in the year. It's a good family activity. It's relatively inexpensive compared to some of the other sports. One of the big races in Saskatoon is the Toyota Tundra Never Quit Grand Prix. It's part of a Western Championship Series. That's 6 races. There's 2 races here in Saskatoon. It starts off in BC, then 2 races in Saskatoon, then 2 races in Edmonton. And at the end of that series, there's different classes, and in each class, the winner gets to go to an all-paid trip in Italy this year, part of the finals. Last year it was in Egypt, and this year it'll be in Italy. And we actually have several drivers of our club that have been to the World Champions. We have a Scott Campbell that's been there 5, I believe even 6 times now. And we have another gentleman, Braden Donkavor, that's been to the World Champions of a different series. And next week we'll start our season, and then after that, usually every 2 weeks we have a race. And if people want more information, we have a website, SaskatoonKartRacers.com. Cars have always been my business, always been my passion, and to do that on a track like this is actually pretty cool.